The polar opposite of victim mentality language is architect mentality language. What does an architect know how to do? Build buildings. How do they know how to build buildings? Because they decided to get a formal education on how to build buildings. The definition of an architect is a person who oversees buildings and often supervises their construction. An architect mentality comes from a person choosing to oversee themselves and supervising their own construction and development. So are there different language patterns between victims and architects? Absolutely. The opposite of a negation is an affirmation. The opposite of a projection is a reflection. And the opposite of soft language is solid language. The definition of affirmation language is to speak about what was, what is, and what will be, past, present, and future. Affirmation acknowledges what did happen, what you can do, what you do want, what is possible, how your mom does treat you, where your dad was during your childhood, and what you will accomplish if you put in enough time and effort. When someone says, "I like it when we talk things out," what do they make a picture of? When someone visualizes things getting discussed in a rational manner, what kind of feelings will it create? They'll create significantly better feelings than if they say, "I don't like it when we argue in front of the kids." Next is reflections. What happens when someone looks in the mirror? What do they see? They see their reflection. The definition of a reflection is the acknowledgement of what I'm creating for myself and my ability to change it. When a person goes from thinking, "Dave is not letting me live my life," to "I'm not letting me live my life," everything changes. That one word shift in language equals very different mental imagery, very different energy, and will create a very different identity. That will lead to them taking very different actions and experiencing a very different destiny in comparison. And then there's solid language. The definition of solid language is the use of concise language patterns to get clear mental imagery, energy, and feedback about a particular concept or choice. "I guess I might be procrastinating," versus "I'm procrastinating." When someone solidifies their language and says, "I'm procrastinating," how much more likely are they to shift their energy, stop procrastinating, and get down to business? They're a whole lot more likely to. So now think about this. When someone spends a majority of their time focusing on positive, motivating pictures, affirmations, makes a habit of looking at what they create for themselves in their life and takes responsibility for it, reflections, and are able to make decisions and take action, solid language, what kind of identity are they going to create for themselves? They will create a lot more of an empowered identity than someone who plays the victim. Changing from victim mentality language to architect mentality language is the same as switching from a map that was leading you off a bottomless cliff to a map that will lead you to the top of a mountain. Your education about the two gives you the opportunity to choose between the two.